in the Americas, founded in 1325. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Mexico City Diablos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Fields. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play.
This is intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Diablos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On play action, Fields rolling to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Diablos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
3rd and 2, Fields. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Fields on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it, and if they're not going to stop you.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On play action, it's Rodgers. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Nash. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Going for it, here's Etienne. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And they'll go again with Etienne. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool from 4 yards out. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the 27, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down to the
47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Davis. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, take 26. 10. Kill. Right now, you got 58.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Diablos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is Jones. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Safety's creeping. Check 4, check 4. Kill.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mike 3. Combo. Watch the screen.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Completed out left to Dobbs. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Etienne up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. To about the 35, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw. Fields trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown, Chicago! Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Romeo Doubs. 37 yards. And the Diablos add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, Rodgers on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nash. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and we're never headed.
So for the home team here, it's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games. And they'll have another home date next